Everyone thinks the Fed drops interest rates and boom, your mortgage payments get cheaper instantly. Wrong. It just doesn't work like that, guys. Rates don't instantly crash overnight because the Fed lowers them, but they do tend to trend lower over time. Right now, with the amount of inventory that's hitting the market, at least in the States, we're in a really good buyer's market. And if you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting, this is your moment. And if you're a real estate investor, this could be your biggest opportunity in years. Hey guys, before we jump into the video, I see that many of you come and watch these videos again and again, but you don't actually subscribe to the channel. It would really help us out if you'll hit that subscribe button for us and turn on the notifications so you don't ever miss our uploads. You guys have no idea how much value that would give us. We really appreciate it. Now let's jump into the video. Let's clear this up though. The Fed sets the overnight lending rate, not mortgage rates directly. Mortgage rates actually follow the bond yields, and over time, cuts do bring the mortgage rates down, but it's certainly not instant. So don't sit around waiting for the Fed to cut rates and think that tomorrow, right after they do, you're gonna instantly get a cheaper mortgage rate. It's just not true. Now let's talk about how powerful it is when rates actually do drop and why this is such a unique time for buyers who are ready to get into the market. When rates drop even 1%, that can give buyers 10 to 12% more purchasing power. And that's why so many people are sitting on the sidelines waiting for the interest rates to come down. Think of it this way. If you're gonna buy a house that costs $300,000 and the rate drops 1% from 7% to 6%, that'll save you as the buyer $200 a month. Here's the rub though. Everybody's waiting for the same thing. So when rates do drop, it won't just be you that's watching this video jumping back in. That's why I think that now is your time. You should start looking. We know that rates are going to drop at least a few times before now and the end of the year, and it's almost certainly going to affect mortgage rates in the future. So it's a buyer's market now. The real estate market or the real estate prices have already started to come down. They may continue to come down even after rates drop a little bit, but it's a good time to get in. And as rates drop, prices are going to bounce back. So it's time to take advantage of this buyer's market. You're seeing inventory rising, cautious buyers, which means there's a lot more pressure on the market with more inventory and less pressure on the market because there's not as many buyers. So it's a good time to be a buyer. It's a bad time to be a seller. And that's why you're already seeing price cuts. And that's why you're seeing more and more deals on the table than you have over the last few years. And as rates drop, both things are going to be true at the same time. Two things can be true at once. What will happen as rates drop? More sellers will come onto the market because they've been sitting on the sidelines waiting as well. They didn't know what could happen if they sold their house. What would they buy next and what would they be able to afford? So we're going to see more houses come on the market. This should continue to keep pressure on the downside. And then you're going to see a lot of people come into the market. So you're going to see more buyers come into the market as rates drop. So again, if you start looking now, you can take advantage of this. It's going to be, in my opinion, a very short window. I expect that the losses that we've seen over the last 18 months, maybe a 5 to 10% correction in a lot of places across the US, we're going to see those bounce back over the next 18 months. So it's going to be a very, very quick market. I do not expect this to be a prolonged buyer's market. Nothing like what we saw back in 2008 all the way up to like 2017 or something like that. That's just not the market that we're in. So you're going to have this window, right? Maybe it's another 18 months or 2 years where there's going to be more pressure on the downside because more houses are going to come on the market. So as a real estate investor, you're going to be able to take advantage of this, and it's a good time to be buying. As someone who wants to just buy a house, I think that you should be looking right now. If you wait even 18 months, interest rates, yes, they will have come down, but prices will have already springboarded back up. So don't miss it. This is your chance. Jump in the buyer's market. And if you do miss it, or what will happen, it's going to happen quickly again, guys, is that over time, these lower interest rates are going to actually push the housing prices back up. I believe that it's going to be super fast. So what we've seen typically in the real estate market, and really any market, people learn what pricing looks like. And so there were people back in 2009 and 10 that were believing we'll never see those 2007 and 8 prices again. Well, guys, we did see them again, and we way surpassed them. And so now there's people that are thinking to themselves, prices are going to always stay low and they're going to be flat like this for a long period of time. In my opinion, that's not true. I think that we're going to see a continued rapid growth in basically all asset classes, but especially real estate, because there's a shortage of housing overall for the population of the United States. We haven't been able to see growth happen as rapidly in many, many parts of the country. So as people have moved from place to place and we're not seeing as enough housing starts on the market because of high interest rates, that puts a lot of pressure on the market. So when people jump in, we're going to see this springboard effect. In my opinion, we're going to see housing prices skyrocket and continue up. I think it'll happen over the next 18 months. You can time mark the video and come back, tell me I'm stupid if I'm wrong, or tell me I'm brilliant if I'm right. Anyway, if you buy real estate now and you hold it for 5 or 10 years, you'll be happy you did. Hey guys, you want to be a real estate investor and you've got some money set aside that you need to get out there working for you as hard as you work, but don't know where to start? I've got the spot for you. October 3rd and 4th, the Real Estate Investors Wealth 2.0 Summit. It's free. It's online. Come and learn how to put your money to work through hard money lending from a guy like my mentor, Dave Steck. He's done 11,000 plus hard money loans this year. And it's not just Dave, although he's worth the ticket. People that I do deals with, guys. I'm Robbie Krager, the Flip Flop Flipper. I'm a value add real estate investor. So I went out and found the best hard money lenders to come and tell you how to be a hard money lender. The best wholesaler that I know of in the world is Jerry Norton. These are people that I've scaled my business doing deals with. And I want to introduce them to you. It's the Real Estate Wealth 2.0, October 3rd and 4th. Free, online. Link in the description. So buying now while sellers are nervous locks in that upside that you're going to see over the next couple of years. That's how you ride the wave instead of getting crushed by it. The truth is, cheaper debt means better cash flow for real estate investors for sure. Think about it like this. A multifamily deal, say a 20-unit apartment building, it may not pencil when you have to pay 7 or 8%, but when you can borrow money at 5% or wow, like 4%, then things start to really make a lot of sense. Real estate investors are very, very cognitive of what these rates are because, let's be honest, we're looking for the cash flow. And the lower we can borrow the money at, the more we can pay for something and still have it cash flow. This is also how people who were using those historically low rates just a few years ago to buy like these small apartment buildings, and they were getting rates at say sub 5 or even sub 4, and they had an adjustable rate, and then 7 years goes by, the interest rate goes way up, and they go from that 4 or 5% up to 7 or 8%, and now that asset that they bought, it no longer pencils out, it no longer cash flows, and a lot of investors got hit on the chin by it. So they're grateful for this interest rate lowering, and we're expecting 3 times this year the Fed to lower the rate, the Fed rate, and then that should lower the interest rate for these investors. This could give them some serious relief and extra liquidity and really save their bacon. Anytime you can lock in at these low rates and income stays steady, you win. In my life, I had a friend that was telling me in 2020, 2021, he was practically begging me to borrow money because we could have borrowed money at like 3.5%, and we have a whole bunch of cash flowing real estate that had no debt. I chose to mostly sit it out. We did borrow a little bit of money, but looking back now, I certainly wish that I'd borrow more. My friend Jeff was telling me for basically about a 2-year window that I was crazy to not borrow a whole bunch of 3% money. He did. He's smarter than I am, but hey, what are you going to do? So don't be that guy. When the rates come down, I'll probably be borrowing money from the banks this time around. If you're a real estate investor like me, investing on the island of Puerto Rico, one of your major frustrations has been and will probably continue to be for a while the data. Data's just not really available on the island of Puerto Rico, at least not until now. Red Atlas is solving the data crisis on the island of Puerto Rico, and inside of our Apex group, that's our premium group where we're doing deals with members, you get 4 months of free Red Atlas. So the link's in the description. Come join us in Apex. It's worth the price of admission. 4 months free Red Atlas with your Apex membership. But right now, if you're watching this video, I'm telling you that I believe this is the time to buy properties, especially those properties that need work. If you follow our channel, you know that we're value add real estate investors, and so this is what we talk about all the time. We're always looking at buying things that have very low valuation because it needs a lot of work, and then we can force appreciation. So we can buy at a low valuation, We can reimagine its highest and best use, and so we have some instant equity when we buy. Then when we do the value add, we increase that equity, and then we increase it a third time once we get it cash flowing. So by buying these distressed assets, fixing them up, reimagining the highest and best use, this is a formula that we've used over the past 27 years that's really catapulted our cash flow and given us financial freedom and really built us a ton of wealth along the way. So here's the theory that I'm putting out there for you. Buying now these distressed assets while it's a buyer's market, which means that you're buying them even cheaper today than you were just a few years ago, and then doing that value add and then getting them cash flowing, then borrowing the money at the cheaper rate once the Fed lowers it and the mortgage rates drop. That is a recipe for success. And I get it. Right now, a lot of investors are still scared. That means less competition. And when rates fall, everybody and their brother is going to jump back in the market. Competition's going to be everywhere. And the guys who are already in the game and who have locked up deals, you're the ones who are really going to win. You're going to be sitting pretty. Sellers are very motivated in these buyers' markets, which means you can go to the sellers directly and put them in the place of the bank and negotiate some incredible terms. I'll give you an example. We're closing right now in real time on a 13-unit apartment building in Connecticut. We're negotiated with the seller to borrow the bulk of the money from him over the next 9 years. We're going to pay him back at 0% interest on something that brings in $19,000 a month in cash flow. We're going to have around $7,000 a month of pure positive cash flow. That's net income. $7,000 a month, $84,000 a year. That's like picking up a really good full-time job. And that property's going to throw us off net revenue of about $84,000 a year. Not to mention the fact that we get to depreciate the building and that it's going to appreciate over time and that we believe rents are going to go up over time and all of that stuff. I'm just talking about $84,000 a year of net revenue that we didn't have last week that we're going to start getting next week. And oh, by the way, we're going to get into that deal for only a couple of $100,000 out of pocket, which is just a phenomenal return on investment. In fact, it's going to be a little over $200,000 for us to close on this deal, and we're going to have that $84,000 of net revenue. Here's maybe the best part. Right now, if we were going to try and buy this property and go to the bank, we'd certainly be paying 7 or 8%. What we expect to have happen is that the rates are going to come down over the next few years. So hopefully, at the end of the 9 years, when we need to pay off the balloon, we'll be able to go to the bank and we'll get a much better interest rate than that 7 or 8%. Maybe we'll be back down under 5% by then. And if not, we'll still have a ton of appreciation. We'll have tons of equity, and we'll be able to sell the property on, pay off the seller. Life will be good. We'll probably pick up $1 million of positive cash at that point too. We'll call it capital gains. What's better than that, guys? Real estate's a fun game. I hope that you're going to get in it. So don't be like most people, only looking at rates. You've got to also look at the opportunities. So most people see rates, but real estate investors, we're always looking for opportunities. And that's the difference between getting squeezed and actually building wealth. Let's talk about the bottom line. Fed cuts aren't going to instantly drop mortgage rates, but it will have that cause over time. And as those rates go lower, buyers are going to flood in and prices are going to go up and affordability is going to shrink again. Right now, while you're still in a buyer's market, this is your chance to buy great deals, lock in financing, and get positioned for the next wave up. And if you want to learn how to play this market like a real estate investor, just drop a yes in the comments and I'll send you the link. You can join my community for free. Watch this next.